to go to a Green Day concert. She said she never heard of them. Click, clack, I got the metronome going. Hello, and welcome to another episode of Low Tech Health. Let ourselves translate expert knowledge today. Let's talk tickers and Taco Tuesdays. And I'm a little jazzed up because I am learning to love the color red. It was earnings report today for GameStop, and their e-commerce sales were up 175%, which is almost like they hadn't ever done it before. Almost like it was totally unexpected, but something that is going to be a game changer. Ooh, did I say game changer? Anyways, let's get to the point. We're here to talk about health consequences, health actions, health responsibilities, and I'd like to change the name of health care workers to health agents because there's a void of caring. As I told my patient the other day, yesterday, 2 days ago, I can't remember. The days run together. Time is a construct. When she stops hearing my voice, telling her to stop screaming, to save the breath, to breathe, to try to be present, it's when I've given up on my interventions. Because if I let the languishing of the screaming continue and the panic ensue, it will speed up demise, inevitably. So, hard to say, but me being a little bit mean and disagreeable to the trajectory of this disease process implies that I care, and I do. And at a certain point, that is not my job to care more than you do about your health, which I think is the understanding. When there's a dramatic correlation, almost to the point of causation, of illness and obesity, I'm going to go ahead and say it. Causation. If you get super fat, you get sicker, better. Yeah, or worser. Whatever you want to say. The point of Let's Talk and Tickers today is that there's no biological free lunch, and the more we allow ourselves to doubt the truth of this simple mathematic that for every pound of body fat there's another 7,000 miles of blood vessels that need to be fed, innervated, and kept alive, the sooner we're going to just run away from science. You can't have it both ways. You can't come to a hospital or a place of science and ask for help, ask to be guided, and then snuff your nose or stick your nose up at the idea of not eating. That is one of the biggest and most immediate interventions when you come to the hospital. Not eating. We are trying to put you in a reset of your homeostasis as you consume overabundance of glucose in the form of generally fructose, bad sugar that goes straight to your liver or your gonads if you got them. We get hit with this crazy idea that the restaurant that is the hospital needs to send that idea of a meal, which is the absence of a meal, back and to give us food, give them food immediately, even though they're bleeding out of their butt. The first thing for GI bleeds is to just not eat. We can't feed you more because you will bleed more. How is that so hard to understand? How is that some cause that any family member would hear and compute as torture? Which sounds ridiculous, but it is an actual complaint fielded by the hospital we're working at here in the South this week. The patient's family called the administrators and the higher-ups to complain that their father, husband, brother, baby dad is being starved to death because he wasn't able to eat for a day. Even though he's provided nutrition sustenance in the form of IV fluids and things that won't make his bleeding worse, the thing he came to the hospital to get fixed, there is a insinuation of a dereliction of duty because we starved him. So let's talk tickers on Taco Tuesdays. I know I finished yesterday with starve yourself and smile about it. It's hard to ignore when you see things like saw this college speaker say that personal trainers are Nazis and white supremacists. And this is a white woman saying this, or a light-skinned woman. She may identify as a person of color. I don't know. But anyways, she's pushing this view that is directly harming every student there, every student of life, telling them that there's a biological free lunch that you can eat and have no consequences for your health. You can have all these miles of blood vessels that need to be innervated. Go to your cardiologist and they tell you you have high blood pressure, take this beta blocker, prevent all those blood vessels from being innervated, and then put their hands up in the air and say, well, you have high cholesterol. I don't know how that happened. And they won't ever mention the fact that you need to lose weight to stay healthy or to become healthy, to heal in the effect of illness. I've lost my point. The real point is that sometimes I forget how to talk. We passed this group as we were leaving the restaurant tonight where we ate, who had been speaking about the stocks. There was some little confusion because they're talking about the pumping of Wall Street bets and saying that these guys are pumping up a stock and then it's coming down because people have sold. It's a little misunderstanding about the effect of short sellers and market manipulation and the creation of counterfeit stocks, basically to lower the stock price without ever intending to buy the stock back, causing a failure to deliver, a squeeze cycle. Anyways, I said, what did I say?
Diamond hands,
they go,
hold that stock.
As we're leaving, driving away, I see them talking around their car. I say, diamond hands, hold the stock. Sorry to overlisten. Meant to say eavesdrop. Point is, let's talk tickers on Taco Tuesdays. You got to just listen to the intention and stop trying to misunderstand somebody on purpose or try to take what they've said and use it against them in a form that is not what they intended. We're trying to help you when we prevent you from eating. You're bleeding from your bottom. We need to wait a little bit on the peanut butter and crackers or the turkey sandos. Thank you. Love you guys.